answer numerous requests by Palmer citizens.
Mr. Mayor, Council, I'm Jim Bradley. I'm here to represent the Palmer Post. I brought this issue up at the last special meeting and it was determined that it should be brought up before the full council on the agenda, which is why I'm here. As you are all aware, the Palmer Post is basically the representative paper for the city of Palmer. As of next issue will be their first anniversary. As you know, that the Palmer Post on several occasions has made contact to try to get input from the council and the city administrator so they can advise the readers as to what actions that are going on with the council as far as plans are concerned, what projects are going, at what stage they're going. A number of things that are informative. Is that most of our communication just simply comes down to, quote, what the hell are they doing? So it would be to the advantage of you and the city to utilize this opportunity to get this information out to the public. I made an attempt with Doug Young here, and Doug explained that he was not allowed to discuss any city business with me without permission from the council. So therefore, I'm here appealing to the council to take an opportunity to utilize the Post to communicate with the general public by allowing Mr. Young here to provide us with ongoing information of the operations of the city and the council.
Doug, shame on you for not speaking to Mr. Bradley without our approval.
I have a different recollection of the meeting. What I was telling Jim is that without council approval, I had no intention of writing an article for publication in the Post. I have had correspondence with Mary Stacks, with Dick Austin, which says that everything from their standpoint, based on their contract or arrangement with the Wilbur Group, has to be in writing. I have never refused to discuss any city business, answer any questions from any citizen at any time. You know, if that is the case, I apologize to whoever says that that has occurred.
Apology accepted.
Mr. Bradley, you have a credibility problem.
Understatement.
Well, I was trying to word it nicely.
Let me step in just a second. All this is kind of touchy for some and different for others, so let's try to keep this as professional as possible, everybody involved.
Let me ask a question real quick. In your email, or in the Wilbur Group, Wilbur or Wilbur, we don't know exactly who, group, everything has to be done in writing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're telling me y'all received information on my wife turning Charles Clark in on his columns. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me paraphrase that. As far as I know, because I didn't print the article.
Well, apparently
I wasn't aware of the article, but I did read the article.
Apparently from Palmer to Virginia, y'all are getting y'all's wires crossed somewhere. Doug, did my wife call you?
No.
Lisa, did my wife call you? Lance, did my wife call you?
No, sir.
Here's your credibility problem. You're bashing people who have nothing to do with the city. And then you want people to support you. It's a joke.
Okay.
And it happens in every issue. It's not, that's not
So, y'all
the
tell-
only isolated.
Again, I'm only here as a representative and basically as messenger and offer the opportunity that if there is inaccuracies in there, that if I'm made aware of it, then I can get this information back, and if their policy is, if it's incorrect, they'll put in a retraction.
But y'all-
As you know, Ken, for you, when the question came up about you being absent from the council meeting, and you wrote an email to the editor saying that you were out, with your family, et cetera, et cetera. The intern wrote an article, sent it to you, and said, hey, is this acceptable? And put it in as a retraction and an apology with it.
Yeah, we didn't want to get the whole story first. We wanted to print the tidbit, the teaser, and then go get his statement
Why
correct.
should I have to sit here and defend my wife on something she didn't do and you shouldn't have wrote? Why should she have to send you a letter correcting you because you didn't do your homework? Or Mr.
Can I
Dick
ask-
Austin did.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Dick Austin didn't do his homework, or whoever sent him the information.
Well,
As far as I know, their policy is that they write basically on what is submitted to them, and I'm assuming from legitimate sources.
I have a question. In the future, if the Post like to report on all the meetings, will it be reporting on the whole meeting or just certain issues? Because like in the last meeting, you broke out your video camera on 2 specific items and nothing else the rest of the meeting. I mean, even Roy Bobo used to film the whole meeting, you know. So what's the deal there? Will y'all just reporting on certain issues, or are you going to report on the whole meeting?
No, in other words, as far as that is concerned, I mean, what I would call normal council business, approving a permit for a mobile home or something of that nature.
Because it seems like you only pull out the video camera on certain controversy issues, like the last meeting was about Charles Clark, and then you didn't do nothing else the whole meeting until we came out of executive session about Mr. Zeidel, and then you broke out your camera again.
Well, my question is, was there something during the agenda that you felt like should have been filmed?
No, it just seems like y'all are only interested in controversial items, and you never print nothing else that goes on in the meeting. So I'm just wondering, are you just going to be a partial paper to the meeting, or are you going to cover the whole meeting?
Here again, I'm not going to try to defend the paper because, as I said,
because you just work for them, correct?
I'm just a contributor. What I'm doing here,
As an
I'm
employee, you're an employee to the paper? You're an employee to the paper?
I
in the paper.
have an arrangement with the paper. That's immaterial here. What I'm saying is,
Well, I'm trying to get, Mr. Bradley, I'm trying to understand, if you're a partnership in the paper, then I think you have a whole lot more say-so than just a contributing editor. Is that correct?
Well, let me put it to you this way. I've been coming to these council meetings several years before the Power Post ever came along. I came along as the chairman of TAG to discuss the tax issue. I still maintain that position, even though Mr. Clark likes to point out that I'm not, quote, a resident of the city of